Hello everyone, my name is Nadya from Universitas Indonesia. Today I will be presenting about a literature review of the correlation between storefront visibility and store attractiveness. The issue comes from a fact that technology and digitalization has changed the way people shop. The shift comes in terms of shopping activity, where people prefer shopping in e-commerce than in in-store shopping. In this graphic, you can see it, a survey conducted by Rakuten Insight in 2020. It describes that shopping frequency in e-commerce is always higher than shopping malls. This means that e-commerce has become a threat to physical stores in general. To adapt to the changes, we need to improve the user's shopping experience during the in-store shopping. Duono's research stated that there is three superiority of in-store shopping, which are the ability to touch the product, the presence of instant goods, and direct ownership right at the moment. These three benefits of in-store shopping were examined, and the result showed that built-up environments, entertainment activities, and shopping experiences cannot be replaced by digitalization. Therefore, the visibility of built-up environments becomes crucial to the sustainability of physical stores. So we want to address that conventional storefronts are not enough to compete against e-commerce. We need a more visible storefront to increase the occupancy rate of in-store shopping. But in reality, the first storefront visibility has to be attractive enough to attract customers. We understand that currently there is no single research that examines this matter. So we aim to ask, what is the relationship between storefront visibility and store attractiveness? To answer this, the method we are going to use are defining the keywords, looking at previous studies, and hold a discussion about the finding ended by conclusion. There are three keywords: storefront, visibility, and store attractiveness. The word storefront has been known since 1850 as the front of a shop or building facade. It is also an urban visual element that can shape human perceptions. An interactive storefront can provide visual stimulation. Experts also agree that humans and buildings' proximity increase the opportunity to see or enjoy the building. So we define storefront as an interactive and accessible building facade to the city's highway, which can be a stimulant for human activities. The second is visibility, which comes from a Latin word vide, that means to see. Building visibility is said to make the memory of a place stronger and can be a control tool to regulate human behavior. Several researchers have used 2D and 3D visibility measurements in various discourses. So we define visibility as the appearance of an object from a certain point, which can influence human perceptions, behaviors, and purchasing decisions. The last keyword is store attractedness, which means to draw along in Latin. All researchers agree that store attractiveness affects consumer behavior, so we define store attractiveness as a representation of visitor behavior showed by traffic, which is related to physical and psychological aspects of the store environment. The previous studies about storefront have used many methods to measure storefronts, either qualitatively through factorization, observation, questionnaire, and comparison, or quantitative ways like mobile eye tracking and automation. All studies agree that interactive storefront can impact customers' perception and behavior, but they only focus on the interaction of humans and building. They do not describe why it happened, why it did a transparent storefront bring more customers to the shop. This is the gap that we stress. Then previous studies about store attractiveness was mostly measured subjectively using factor analysis, correlation, and also regression. The factor itself were extracted from subjective variables. As you can see that all the diagrams are all subjective variables. But the issue here is the fact that previous studies only related store attractiveness to consumer behavior. We think there is a gap here. A storefront needs to be visible first before the consumer can be attracted. The existing research never correlates storefront visibility to consumer behavior. And the last one is visibility. Research about visibility has been conducted since 1979 by using many methods. It has been examined in qualitative and quantitative approach and widely used in geography, landscape, urban, and architectural study. But it is only Hieronymus research that examines the study or the relationship between shopping experience and rental price by using visibility. A little explanation is that the first measurement of visibility was conducted by Benedict by using one source of light to develop isophysic map. Then Gibson studies visibility in ecological approach that the observers can move when seeing something. In 2001, Turner developed a visibility graph analysis by representing the movement by point. Then it was evolved again by Yilu and So, and also Lim by the presence of depth maps X, VAA, and VGA. But none of the studies are developing a formula for visibility value. Only Ramadan's research developed a formula that visibility value is the visitor's ability to view the store area or store volume. This study was then continued by Harinisa in 2021 by proving that store visibility is positively correlated to the rental price. However, the existing body of research has defined visibility as the combination of store area and traffic frequency. In reality, storefront visibility affects store attractiveness, and subsequently, store attractiveness will affect the rental price. It has not discussed the correlation between storefront visibility and store attractiveness. According to previous research, we learned that storefront is related to visual design. Therefore, it impacts human behavior, and visual design and human behavior influence each other. We also learned that visual design visibility is related to human behavior, which in turn also influence layout visibility. Visibility had also measured qualitatively and quantitatively by lots of researchers. The experts agreed that store attractiveness is a result of human behavior. So the gap we want to address here is because there is no single research that combines the three and examines the relationship between them. We find that visibility can be used as a method to explain the relationship between storefront and store attractiveness. As a concept, visibility begins with the observer's ability to see an object, and it can be seen both statically and dynamically. Although previous researchers used a point to represent human movement, but we realized that humans do not have a 360-degree field of vision, and our visual quality depends on distance. So we position ourselves to agree with Ramadan and Hairunisa that the visibility value is seen as a subject-based matter. As a conclusion, to adapt with the shift in shopping activity, we argue that a relationship between visibility and retail price has been conducted by Hairunisa. Need to be more specific. We have to complete the missing body of research that storefront visibility need to be attracted and need to attract the customer before it influences the retail price. Here we are not aiming to provide a methodology a new methodology in visibility value, but to separate the visibility and visitor traffic variables. To wrap it up, I'd like to say that this research contributes as a literature study that can be developed for practical and academic purpose, either in qualitative or quantitative analysis. Thank you so much.